usually it's God telling you to do something you don't feel like doing. Your flesh rejects it, But Satan is the one that's going to tell you, and or his demons are going to convince you to do something that makes you feel good, elevates you above other people at expense. That's the key. It's going to elevate you over somebody else at their expense, not yours. That's Satan. What God would do is have you to elevate other people above yourself that will be at your expense, because he wants to reward you as opposed to making sure that you reward yourself. If you keep rewarding yourself, you have no need for God. Sometimes God will humble us by allowing us to put other people before us so that he can put us before other people. That's why Jesus gives this parable about a person, about people who go into places and one person goes and sits at the highest seat. That seat was reserved for somebody else, and then they get embarrassed because they get asked to move down to another seat that they should have taken. He said, no, when you come in, take the lower seat, and then they'll call you up. That has happened to me. I remember one time years ago, I was an associate minister at a church, and our pastor had to speak at another church in another city. And I got to the place a little late and everything. I'm an associate minister at the church. I got to the place a little late, so I sat way in the back of me because I was late. And my pastor saw me all the way in the back, and he called me up front. So I had to walk in front of everybody up front to the stage. I didn't know my pastor could see me way back there. Here's what I'm trying to tell you. Once you know God's still small voice yourself, there are going to be opportunities for you to be deceived by the enemy that you're hearing from God, but it's not him, okay? So you cannot afford to let other people be a substitute for the voice of God in your mind. And we're going to see a real situation in the Old Testament that cost a prophet his life because he knew God's voice, but then listened to a third person and got killed.